Castoric's kit is controversial and ANAXA's kit is very underwhelming, but fortunately V4 has arrived, and in this video I will provide an update on the changes made to Castoric's and ANAXA's kit. Is there still hope for both of them? To find out more, watch this video until the end and let's get started. The first change happened to the Memo Sprite skill, or as they now call it, the Nether Wing. Its Q has received a multiplier increase. Previously, it only dealt quantum damage based on 24% of Castoric's max HP, but now it has been increased to 40%. Not only that, but there's also good news regarding some of her traces. Her old Eidolon 1 has now been swapped into her Trace 3. This means that Trace 3 now grants a 30% damage increase whenever Netherwing uses Dim Scorched Breath, and this effect can stack up to 6 times. Thanks to this Eidolon to Trace swap, Castoric's now experiences a significant boost in damage output compared to the previous version. Eidolon has now been changed to provide a significant boost based on the enemy's HP threshold. When the enemy's HP falls below 18% or 50%, all Netherwing attacks will deal 120% and 140% increased damage, respectively. So Eidolon 1 was swapped with Trace 3 and received a massive buff. So far, it's all good news for her. In reality, these are the only major changes to Castoric's kit. The rest are mostly just wording adjustments. Outside of her kit and Eidolons, Castoric's Signature Light Cone also received a buff. The user still gained 30% extra HP. When the user's or the Memo Spirit HP decreases, their attacks will now ignore 30% of the enemy's defense instead of 24%. And this effect lasts for 2 turns. This makes her Signature LC even more valuable to pick up. And that wraps up Castoric's V4 changes. What do you think? Are you satisfied with these updates, or do you think some things like her global passive should still be removed? Let me know in the comments below, and let's move on to discussing ANAXA's changes. ANAXA was previously known as an underwhelming character in theory, mainly due to his low multipliers and unclear role, whether he was meant to be a support or a main carry. However, V4 brings some good news for him. First, his base stats have been adjusted. Previously, he had wind damage, crit rate, and defense. Now his defense stat has been replaced with 10% HP, and his crit rate has increased to 12%. ANAXA's skill multiplier have also been improved. The base multiplier has been raised to 18%, along with the additional instance damage. Previously, for each enemy present, the damage would increase by 50%, but thanks to V4, it now increases by 20%. Not only his skill, but ANAXA's ultimate has also received a buff. Before, it only had 150% damage multiplier, but now it has been increased to 200%. While it's not a drastic change, it at least pushes him into a more positive direction. If you think the buff stopped there, you are completely wrong. ANAXA's second trace has also been improved. Previously, when there were 2 Eurydition characters in the team, including ANAXA himself, he would gain an additional 140% crit damage and increase the damage dealt by all allies by 30%. After V4, this team-wide damage increase has been raised to 40%. His personal damage also benefits from another upgrade. Trace 3, which originally allowed his attack to ignore 21% of the enemy's total defense, has now been enhanced to ignore 28% when enemies have 7 different weaknesses. As for the rest of his kit and Eidolon changes, they are mostly just minor rewardings. So overall, in this version, both of these units have undergone positive changes. Castoric's is much stronger now since her Trace 3 has been replaced with her old first Eidolon and received a ton of buffs. Meanwhile, ANAXA has become more consistent because almost all of his multipliers have been improved. The only real concern with these changes is that they have decided to withhold Castoric's global passive until the official release. To be honest, this is not a huge issue for me as a player, but it will definitely cause some uproar in the Star Rail community when the special program airs. So what do you think? Are you satisfied with these changes, or are you still hoping for something more in V5? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Next, I will probably make a video discussing the problems with the 3.2 characters in Star Rail, and after that, I'll be posting more about Wuthering Waves. So I will see you all in my next one.